you've been there, you can't even imagine. Getting there from Florida and by way of Florida racing is difficult, it's humbling, and it's infuriating all at the same time. Because, don't you know, we don't know how to breed horses. It's only the Kentucky breds that can, win these races, okay? And you got the butthead media at that point, talking about the terrible Florida breds and the fact that she's from Calder.
I just want to know, did you serve up Randy Moss and Eric Wing a plate of crow after that?
No, but I can tell you when I hit Churchill Downs, okay, I was looking for Eric Wing, and if I would have found him, I would have watched the race from jail. And I'm 68 years old and wanted to kick his ass. So, but anyhow, it is, it's delightful to win. But most of all, I'm a record with every publication around racing, from when we sold Jackson Bend, from when we sold Cup of Joe, as we call him, down at Calder a couple of years ago. When we have a horse that is the quality that needs to go on and run the graded stakes races, then somebody else needs to own them, because I race in Florida. That's where I want to race, and it's where I do my damnedest to improve the racing so we can all stay home and race. It's also important for every breeder that we keep as many horses here to race as humanly possible, because that's how they get breeders' awards. If they go someplace else and race, you don't get an extra check. So, again, we're trying, okay? I'm a record that Florida racing is where it's at. These two kids here, as I would call them, one is Chris, runs the farm on a day-to-day basis, and he's my stepson. The other one is Raphael. He runs the training barn on a day-to-day basis. When Chris started, 9 years ago? 10. When he come to the farm 10 years ago, after becoming my stepson 20 years ago, at that point, he still had, all of his faculties, and now he goes crazy trying to wrestle babies and keep them healthy enough to get over to Raphael at the training barn. Raphael's been with me for about 6 years, and his hair was black when he started working for me. And look at him now. Okay? The two guys here at the table with me, their biggest time is coming up, okay? Because as soon as we ship the 2-year-olds off to Calder, invariably we start running the fix and repair shop. These are my 2 veterinarians. Stanley Gold, very, very funny man. Stanley and I have spent a fortune trying to learn how to talk to each other on the phone and how to communicate. But I actually had to tell Stanley that if we were going to the Breeders' Cup, damn it, he was going. Okay? And at this point, he's not here tonight because I can tell you Stanley would have to stop 5 times for a nap between Calder and here. He's just one of those, okay? We raced a couple of years ago, won a few races at Tampa, and he damn near got lost getting to Tampa from Miami. But Stanley, and I have been together for a long time. And I thank everybody that's been involved with us. Thank the people who put up with me on a day-to-day basis. And most of all, my wife of 20 years. Because when I told her that I was sending $60,000 to Insult City to run this race, she didn't tell me no. She raised an eyebrow and wondered, but she didn't tell me no. And so I went to the Breeders' Cup with full agreement for my wonderful wife, Jane. Thank you.
Yay, Jane.
And I can also tell you one other thing. We got an Eclipse award. And it means nothing to us compared to this. Thank you.
And just to update you all, for her new connections, Austin Feather heads the list of nominees for the Kentucky Oaks. So we look to follow her career as it progresses. So one more award to go, and that is for the leading owner of Florida Bread by earnings in 2010. And that